Hey, folks, and I am back after many hours, it seems. Um, let's continue playing for a little longer. A little. Sorry, need to re-angle the sound. I haven't gotten a drink in quite a while, and, really I should get one before I start playing, but... I know, I just kind of want to, play a bit. Because it has been, like, 3 hours something since I played. There we go. I'm not sure if this gun will actually last doing another run. I'm also concerned about my armor. That should be fine. Drop. I'll gather stuff up in the field. So all I need to worry about is you, you, and you. I don't need anything else. I'm leaving whatever alt gun I get up to what I get in the field. I'll probably get that same shotgun again, so leave it to that. Okay, yeah, I'm fine here. Been watching a bit of Satori Wheelchair Detective. It's quite a fun little fan series. Someone did up subtitles for it. Thankfully, as I don't exactly read the original tongue. Yeah, that fire ain't real. Stealth. Okay, how many people have to go to the bathroom at once? Like, my god. Paramedic. Sorry, every time I see paramedic, that's all I can think of is just Metal Gear Solid 3. Awesome. Love that game, MGS3. Loved it as a kid. My aunt had gotten a copy of it, and I borrowed it off her, and I really liked it. I think I actually still have it floating around here somewhere. Never did give it back. just a case of, forgetting. Oh, construction drone. But yeah, I love that game, though I didn't really understand how to play it. The, crouching and lying down. I just fumbled with the controls till what I wanted to have happen happened. I didn't get the pressure sensitivity of it. My god. These chests are just overflowing with stuff now. Hmm. But, okay. 1 sec. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's still there and broken. None's tried to come true. There may be nothing to try and come true, but we don't know that. Thankfully, turrets have a pretty short aggro range. It's, well, maybe not pretty short, that may be too strong a word, but it's a block or two shorter than my this guy's sight range. It's also been posting pics. You know the one with extra sight range? Apparently she's lethal as a Scout 80s with a shotgun. Because she can like snipe down corridors. But, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't get, the whole pressure sensitivity thing. So when I would like, want to crouch or crawl, I would just fumble with the controls till he did what I wanted. I was too used to things just doing like one thing, or you needing to hit something else to make that button press do something else, like a combo, They broke the door? Oh no, that was my doing. Better shotgun. Frick with a mining laser. I don't really want to take it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it is a nice unlimited use beam weapon. So, you know, that's not some sniff at. And thing is, I even beat the game, and you know, as far as I could tell, I never actually figured it out. Maybe I did at one point, but I just remember being after the ladder climb and just confused as like, you know, how do I crouch down to get into this like crawl space so the guard doesn't see me? Maybe it was just a case of like I hadn't played it in a while, and so I just forgot the controls. But I swear it was just a case of me just not knowing them flatly. I should have brought the repair kits with me. I was thinking for some reason I shouldn't bring them. And just rely on whatever weapon I can find here. Did not mean to keep moving, but it is what it is. Minor wound. F. Okay, it kind of looks like someone's just standing there, menacing us. I don't know. Gonna pull bullshit like that, you get all the barrels. Okay, I move to here, then fire again. This should be safe. Didn't really need to use that, but didn't realize this was here. An AI module. If I can get a chip. I'll definitely come back and grind here more. But if I can't, I'm still drumming up a nice profit. I'm gonna leave the raw meat for now. gonna have to switch my guns soon. I should have broken down all those shotguns. It is what it is. More. Profitability hoe. Apparently that whole capitalism hoe thing was again just a localizer's joke. So I feel wrong in liking it to any degree. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised, but you want to believe that anything you know about a game is actually part of the game and not just someone else's insertion. Like, you want to believe that, like say you know something about a topic. You want to believe you actually know stuff about the topic, and it's not just bullshit. It's like, you know, you turn around from doing that course and you discover that everything you learned was wrong. It's gonna hurt, you know? Same thing. You go play a game or you hear about a game and you want to believe that what you're hearing, presuming you like it, is what the game's actually about. But you don't know with these. They don't like doing their job right. Translators in the industry really just do not like doing their job right. There was some a while back on an official company's stream bragging about how they changed things that didn't suit their personal feelings. Like, oh, this quest is sexist, so I'm gonna change it, kind of thing. Even though, like, the quest doesn't work out for the character, in the sexist character, it actually apparently backfired on them. They still couldn't let the fact that the character was bad stand. It had to be retconned out. I think it went like that. That's, you know, it blew up in their face sort of deal. Or something. I remember hearing something like that. Don't remember what game it was. But yeah, I remember hearing that they were on the middle of comedy stream and bragged about, you know, changing things and retconning things. So yeah, it's why I'm not sure I'll be going back to playing FF14 because there's a lot of that going on in it, a lot of the changes. Like I remember hearing that like Y'shtola is meant to be calculating and something else, but her, you know, English version is just sassy. And just like, they, like, Hashafont, or however you say his name, they completely changed his character for A Realm Reborn, and then he became more important, so they had to try and change him back, but the damage was already done. They already bastardized him. Apparently in the original Japanese, he offers you his bed. Apparently the scene went like, champion of light, you seem cold. You know, would you like to warm up in my bed? Oh, Alpha Nod, I didn't see you there. That's kind of how it went. He's just like, you know, it doesn't matter if Rogaden, Hume, male, female. He's champion of light or sexual, and he's just into you. But they retconned that because, like, oh, the people over here might like that. And so they bastardized his character. And it's just like... And they do this chronically, throughout the game. There is a bit in Heaven's Ward where a character... I actually got to play up to this bit, where a character clearly dislikes this noble's son. Dislikes him. And in the Japanese, refuses to refer to him by his title. She's rude to him, and including refusing to refer to him by his title. And even goes so far as, you know, if you wanted to kill him or punch him. I can't remember what it was. She would take the fall for it. You know. Or maybe it was she wouldn't say anything. I can't quite remember. It's been too long. And but the English version changes that. So while she's still rude to him, she still refers to him by his title. For whatever reason, they insisted that had to be a thing. There's a person online, Double Perfect KO, I think it was. Let me check. Yeah, sorry, I had a video playing. I left in the middle of seeing a video. Yeah, it's Double Perfect KO. They do streams, apparently Wednesdays and Sundays, 4 p.m. Pacific, of Japanese FF14 main story quests. I found them through Day Tripper Japan Day Tripper. That guy who's like canonized with his waifu, you know. Michael, and in brackets, Polt fan, brackets, Japan Day Tripper. So, like, they have a trend here talking about it, and I'm just going to read it word for word, because if I try and paraphrase it, I'm on the spot, I'm probably going to mangle it. I found out why the EN FF14 community was so confused as to what they deal with the Echo versus the Blessing of Light is, and if they're both from Heidelin. It's because the translation is absolute garbage, and they keep mixing them up in English. A trend. Alphamod. Krill, you possess the Echo? Well, yes, of course I do. Our orders devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Heidelin and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. Here, Kukuru, not Krill, is explaining the exact difference between the Echo, the correct translation, Transcendence, and the Blessing of Light. In Japanese, this lines up with the rest of the game. People can become transcendent, they can hear Heidelin, some get her blessing. In English, they lump both of them together as her gift, which had been doing the whole game. This makes zero sense. The Asians have it, and Random Sahagan has it. The Warriors of Darkness have it. Midgar Zormur goes out of his way to say they're different. Either they made a genuine mistake and thought the Japanese script was saying Transcendence was from Heidelin and doubled down instead of fixing the mistake, or it was an intentional rewrite with zero plan for what happens if JP team decided to make this important later. They did. 1, 2, 3. So, I'm not going to read the rest. And here, I'll read some of their translations. So, yes, the Isle of Vale is gone. It was annihilated by magic. This is from their post explaining the difference between Echo and the Blessing of Light. It was annihilated by magic equaling Ultima, leaving nothing behind. The reason I managed to survive was the Blessing of Light. Wait, the Blessing of Light? Kukuro, yeah, I'm a Transcendent. The Odyssean Committee's focus of study was the condition of our planet itself, one aspect of which was the will of the world, that allowed communication, and that which allowed communication with it, Transcendence. Being a Transcendent myself, I'm an invaluable research subject, which is how I met Philia and we became close friends. Such close friends, all thanks to this power we share. And the and the English version is, regrettably our Order's headquarters and the Isle itself was obliterated by magic of immense power. I have the Blessing of Light to thank for my own preservation. Krill, you too possess the Echo. Well, yes, of course I do. Orders devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Heidelin and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies I met and subsequently befriended Philia. She and I have rather a lot in common. I much prefer what they translated. What I read first, the Isle of Vale is gone, down to all thanks to this power we share. That's Double Perfect KO's translation. And the other bit from regrettably our Order's headquarters to she and I have a lot in common is the official English translation. People keep saying, oh, the English translation has so much more flavor and who cares? If the chef is making pea soup. You don't come in and, boop, here's 3 whole jars of Tabasco. Especially if you're just, well, it's not Tabasco. It's the sewer pipe from Taco Bell. Sorry. I'm sore about it because, like, I really actually rather liked FF14. I thought it was a fantastic game. I rather enjoyed it. I was having difficulty getting into it. I have difficulties with MMOs after WoW ruining me. But I was liking it and I wanted to get into it. I've bought up to a Shadowbringer. Or, yeah, I've up to Shadowbringer. But I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it now. Because I'm not getting the actual story. You know what story I'm getting? Some fraud's story. I'm not getting the Japanese team's story. I'm getting some other motherfucker's story. And what they felt we should know instead of what the actual Square Enix team wrote. Are there some good points to what they've done? Yes. But it's not what the original team wrote. Maybe you like some aspects of it. That's fine. I've liked some aspects of it. Like, you know, the various songs they have in it have had English team members working on them. Koji Fox. He's the head of the translation team, so a lot of the bastardization on the rest of the work is his fault. Or at the very least, he signed off on it. But it's not what's in the actual thing. What you're seeing there is not what's actually fucking happening in the story. So it's hard to get invested and to care when what you're reading isn't what's actually happening. Isn't what's actually there. How can you care? Double Perfect doesn't want to turn people off playing FF14. He loves the game, he wants people to play it, but he wants them to know the actual thing. But for me, unless I can, like, put fan subs into the game and play through it, experiencing the actual story, unless I can get them to, I don't know, I don't know what I can say, really. I'm waiting for someone, I know, like, oh, we wouldn't do that, we'll sue you for slander. You know, chain them to the radiator and not let them back till they properly translate the game. A joke like that. I'm just waiting for them to spaz. Me saying it here, whatever. Basically, yeah, chain them to radiator and not let them back. Let them out till they properly translate the entire fucking game. I don't care how expensive that would be. Who cares about redubbing it? I'll just listen to it in Japanese. You know, chain them to a radiator, not let them out until they re-fucking translate it correctly. Either I get to use fan subs, give me the correct translations, or they re-translate it correctly. But neither's going to happen. I can't get fan subs and they're not going to retranslate it. So I can't actually enjoy the story that's there. I can't actually care about it because none of it's actually what's happening, more than likely. Sorry, I got really annoyed there. This really gets my goat. But yeah, Double Perfect plays through the game, the main story quest line, and translates things. They know English, they know Japanese, they can translate it. And check them out. I haven't listened to them, I haven't watched them. I don't know what they're like, I've just listened to, read their Twitter thing. I'll read out their name again. Double Perfect KO. They have the stuff up on YouTube as well. Or maybe they stream to YouTube. Oh, they also do variety streams on Twitch. A Realm Rewritten is what they call the series, but it seems to only be in the thumbnail. Just going into one of their videos here. FF14 Japanese full MSQ long play number 63. But I'll toss them a sub here. I honestly couldn't bring myself to actually watch it simply because it would pain me knowing how wrong it is. Like, literally, their very first episode, everything you know about FF14 is wrong. You know the phrase "tall's balls" isn't actually in FF14. That's a translator thing because they wanted an official slur, or an insult, or you know, rough language. They wanted something official. They wanted something, so they made something up, even though it's not fucking there. They don't respect the original work. They just bastardize it because I know it gets them hard, it gets them wet. I don't fucking know. This always gets me into a bad mood whenever I remember it. But can I be honest with you folks? Remember I was saying I was sick because some meds irritated my gut? I had to lower the dose and then I had to wean myself off them. I'm a bit off because of that. So I'm even more irritable today. So this is like the worst time for it to come up because I'm even more pissed. Oh. I'm full of anxiety, but here I was able to relax a bit. But then this came up, and I'm just like frothing. I nearly have to get a new headset now after drooling on the mic. I joke. But I don't know why they have to bastardize it to calm down. I don't know why they couldn't just do their job. Why they couldn't okay, here's and we translate it as why can't they just try and bring it across? Why do they have to rewrite it? Why do they have to change characters? Don't care if the crowd over here won't like it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. It's not your job to worry about that. It's just your job to translate stuff. Because you know what? I don't like what you did. I wanted to get the original work, the original content. But now I can't get that. And I've seen people say Valkyria Chronicles is also to name another example is another game that's bastardized, mistranslated. So look at the English subtitles and just imagine it 30% more serious. That's meaningless to me. I think Japan Daydreamer said that. It's fucking meaningless to me because it's just you imagine 30% more serious. My brain just kind of starts sparking. It's just I need the actual words. I need to know what's there. Just me imagining it 30% more serious is just... I can't do anything with that. It's useless. I'm sorry. So, it's really frustrating because I liked FF14. I've spent a ton of money on FF14. I bought so many expansions, but the translation's wrong. The translation is fucked. I'd love to have my own translation studio. And I don't know. Have it in international waters. They decide to start mistranslating shit. I literally just walk into the office and cut them down with a cutlass. I'm gonna make him obsessed with pickles. Bye-bye to your tendons. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. We eat someone's face in this. Whoa! Cannibalism! Alright, doubling back. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I really like FF14. That's why I'm angry. Because I want to play FF14. I want to see what the Square Enix devs made for us to play. I want to see the world that they created. I want to, dance among the flowers there. I don't want to... Yeah, I want to see the world that they created. I want to, you know, dance among the fires there. Do see like, oh, they did this side quest, they did that side quest, they did these dungeons, they have this storyline here, they've that there, and I want to actually know, come to know the characters that they wrote, that they made. I want to embrace the world that the original writers made, not what someone else came in, you know, spilled their pissed all over and then gave up to me. Like if I go into a restaurant and order a steak, I want to get the steak that the chef made. I don't want the bellboy or whoever to like the waiter to go fucking with it and then hand it to me with chunks ripped off. Maybe they've nibbled it, licked it a bit. You know, I don't want that. I want what the chef made. You know, it's not up for the bellboy to decide. Oh, well, maybe he won't like it. Well, if I don't like it, I don't like it. I don't need you to trying to act as not taste maker, but I don't want you there deciding for me or preventing me from finding out for myself. That's not what you're there for. You're there to try and bring what the chef created to me. You know? The chef is over in the kitchen. They've made their thing. They've cooked up the steak for me. Your job is to bring the steak to me. The dev is over in Japan, and your job is to translate the language over to me, to bring it to me. So that's why I'm pissed, because they didn't do their job, and now I'm stuck with what they mangled. Like he says, everything you know about FF14 is wrong. At least, I think it's a he. Again, I've never actually listened to one of the videos. It's kind of same as, oh, fuck, I've actually forgotten the guy's name. I think it's a guy. Okay, I'm in his Discord. Loki Souls. I've referenced Loki a ton in my Dark Souls vids, but I've never actually watched any of their vids. So actually, I've watched like a 5-minute bit of one of their streams, and that's it. So it's just like I start getting paranoid. It's just like I'm not wrong, am I? Because it's just like I gotta be right. It's like, I don't like making mistakes, but it's inevitable. But I don't like making it. I like being accurate. But yeah, so yeah, it's just like I want to like it, and I could approach it in another way. I'm trying to write my own novel right now. I haven't wrote anything in ages, but I have been spitballing ideas, trying to establish in my head somewhat before I start writing more who my character is. When I start writing, it will probably come to me differently. But I'm just spitballing stuff ahead of time because maybe I'll have some ideas down the road that I could still work with, even though if the character's changed. And if I was to get that translated, I would actually be livid to find out the translator mistranslated my work. Especially if it couldn't be correctly translated. Like, it was just, you're stuck with that now. I would be fucking livid. To the point of, if I had the money to, getting it retranslated myself and then posting it for free online. If they complained, you didn't do your job right, you had someone write fanfic under my name. You know, if they're complaining about breach of contract or something, they broke it first. I wanted my thing translated, not mangled. It's easy to do it if you maintain full, ownership of the thing, You can swing your balls around more. I'm hoping. My temper says you can. But, you know, I would be fucking livid to know someone mangled my work for their own, you know, pleasure. So, someone mangling someone else's work for their own pleasure, it's no different. Buenos dias! I gotta say why his wound is the first. But yeah, sorry for the temper there. Like I said, it's just that I like FF14. I think it's a great game. I really enjoyed my time with it and playing Drum Karen. And I wouldn't mind playing more of the game. But I don't see the point when what you're playing isn't actually FF14, but someone else is mangling off. Why should I pay for the most expensive MMO on the market when I'm not actually getting to play the MMO? I'm getting to play someone else's mangling of it. I see no point. I see absolutely no point. If you're curious why I mean by most expensive MMO on the market, you can get FF14 for like a tenner with the basic sub, or you can pay a bit more and get the slightly better iteration of it. The basic sub is one character on a number of servers. So we one character, like you can go to like 5 servers or 10 servers and one character each. But if you have the other version, you can have many characters on many servers. It could be, you know, say if the first one's 1 on 5, you can have 10 on 10 or something. It's a major jump. It's much better. Though to be fair, I only need the basic one, as I'm happy with just playing Drum Karen. I don't need another character. But if you want to do full market stuff, which I do, I love playing the market house. I love being a merchant in games. I love it. You know, I will be capitalism ho, but that's again localizer bastardry. But so and this is one thing I do hate about FF14 is the market house. If you want to play on the market, you have to pay extra money for it. You get 2 hirelings to handle it, retainers to handle it by default. Once you pass a early quest, you get 2 for free. But if you want to do more than sell 40 items at a time, there's 20 per. If you want to sell more than 40 items at a time, then you need to pay real money for it. It's like 90 cents a piece. But there's 7 of them, it adds up. It's like is it 7? I think you end up with 9 total. Or is it 10 total? 7 or 8. It adds up. Maybe it was more than 90. Basically, I remember it coming to like €22, 23, 24 euro, somewhere in that bracket before, per month for it. So, you know, the 10, 12 for to play the game, and then the extra money for the hirelings. Because it could have been a buck something for each one. I can't remember what it was. But it ended up being 20 odd quid to play FF14. It was one of the most expensive MMOs on the market. So I can't justify playing the game and, engaging in it fully as I'd want to if I'm not actually getting to play the game. I'm getting to play someone's mangling of it. I can't justify it. Flat we can't. Oh. Chance. And infection, of course. Scar infections disappear if the wound heals. Damn, there's something to sneak up. Learn to aim, dirtbag. That didn't help, it seems. Oh, nice. Let's wait. Nope, did not help. We'll leave it. But yeah, sorry for my temper there. I'm just annoyed with it, because like I said, I spent so much... Fuck you. I've spent so much money on it, so much investment, time, like, love, and to learn that it's not actually, like, everything I've read is wrong. It kind of guts you, you know? Kind of... it just ruins the whole thing on you, you know? Oh shit, I didn't mean to break that down. Fuck. Pitchfork? Someone's asking for some ass forking. But, alright, head back. There may still be enemies left, but, basically when I went up here, they would have to go this way, and then double back on me, and double back now, when I'm going this way. Sadly, this is not as being as profitable as previous runs. place. Common item ship. Alright. Basically my idea here is that I'm gonna keep rerunning it until I do a run with no things. Ah, okay. There isn't a thingamworm here. The pod's still on cooldown. I do want to apologize, folks. Sorry, I didn't mean to rant. I really do like FF14. I think it's a fantastic game, but I've never actually gotten to play it. I've gotten to see something wear its skin. And I'm pretty upset about that. I know you would never have guessed, but I am. Honestly, I'm quite upset about it. Joking aside, yeah. I'm a big fan of it, but knowing that nothing I've played is actually what's happened in it, that they've mangled its stuff for so long. There was another bit I remember seeing, I can't remember if it was from Double Perfect KO or someone else, but they were saying that there's a bit in it saying about how Heidelin and her evil opposite have to act through mortal agents, that they have no choice but to act through mortal agents. They phrased it, saying that the mortal agents have no choice but to serve Heidelin. Like, taking it from us choosing to work for Heidelin and the enemies choosing to work for the Dark God, and us being obligated to work for Heidelin. We are slaves to Heidelin, much like they're slaves to the Dark God. So it goes from Heidelin being like, hey, could you do a favor for me? And us having the choice to being Heidelin there with cracking the whip. They like mistranslated it and waited an entire expansion to correct it. I just saw loot and my greediness overcame me. Ugh. I shot my god. But yeah, like the game is riddled with mistranslations and errors, and it changes everything. You don't know the characters. You don't know the story. So it's, yeah. But yeah, sorry for ranting and sorry for, like, sometimes when I'm talking, I start cycling. My mind kind of gets caught in a loop, like in a rut. It's like, imagine like one way you could put it is like a skateboard ramp. You know, like you see it goes, it's like a, you know, a U shape basically. Thing rolls up one side, back down and up the other, and it just keeps going back and forth, back and forth. Mind can't get out of the groove, you know. It's doing that right now. I think the only choice is to try and force myself, and well, you can see already how well that goes. Oh, Evac kit. Nearly fucking missed it. Boom, boom. I do love the whole just like shoot through a fucking wall. Like this is the most like hardcore stealth weapon. Like it's just like, yeah, my gun is really silent. Oh, it must be kind of weak, so. You know, I know it bounced. No, it's really strong. Okay. Like I kind of want to like work down through a list of like issues, but since I started off with silent, weak, no, it's really strong. Where do I go from here? Like I need 3 examples, and it's like, no, this gun's fucking awesome. Oh, the ammo must be it must use a ton of ammo. Oh no, it uses nothing. Like these guns are ridiculous. Here, sorry, I'm gonna go respond to this. Just got a ding. Hey folks, and welcome back to Quasimorph. Sorry for the abrupt change in that there. Stuff came up earlier and, well, I called it quits for then. But I'm back now to play more. But there is also an update, so that was a great time to stop. So let's see what this update is. Oh shit! 0.8.5 is out. Zero point 8.5 is out. Yes. What was that? Give me a second. I'm still actually in the beta version. Give me a second. Beta's none. Relaunch. So yes, 0.8.5 is now out. This shouldn't be supported anymore. Yeah. Goddamn, this gun is awesome. Ooh, I do have an item chip, so I could leave. I don't remember if I did or not. Flamers have to die. Honestly, given the mass amounts of cannibalism that are happening, I actually feel more than a little justified in my purges of the people here. The fact that that I also commit cannibalism is entirely irrelevant. look, the overall amount of countables is still going down. You kill someone, you're a murderer. You kill two people, well, you're only you're down a murderer. Sorry, you kill a murderer. There's still a, you know, there's 100 murderers. You kill one, there's still 100 murderers. But if you kill 50, well, now there's only 51 murderers. You know, that Batman meme. How far is less than ideal? It could devour a chip or something. Never know what the hell the Wagyu is when I see it on the floor. Okay. Down here. Viva a Prophet. Ooh, hell yeah. I hope they fix the issue with this. Oh? Oh fuck, they nerfed this. Now it requires 2 cables. They also nerfed this. Now it requires 2 weapon parts. They introduced some additional changes that weren't here like hours earlier. We'll hold off on that because I need the Transformers. I wish I could do, you know, the Transformers noise like with my mouth. Not sure like how close you could even get using your mouth, but yeah. Best part thereof.